March babies get something the winter months don't: sunlight creeping back in just as the last stretch of development happens. That rise in daylight means your mom's vitamin D levels were climbing during the third trimester, and that boost tends to show up in real physical differences. March babies generally arrive a little heavier, with better bone mineralization and slightly better lung development, all linked to that late pregnancy vitamin D. There's another advantage that doesn't get talked about much. Babies due in early spring often stay in the womb a bit longer than those gestating through the darkest months. It's just a little more time for growth, which fits with the higher birth weights seen in March. The advantages don't stop in infancy. March babies have lower risks of autoimmune diseases, lower average blood pressure, and lower rates of obesity later in life, possibly because vitamin D plays a role in how the body handles fat and energy. Studies have also found that adults born in March score a bit higher on IQ tests and show a reduced risk of ADHD, which researchers think may come from more stable maternal hormones during late winter and early spring. If there's any minor downside, it's the same one seen across all winter births: a slightly higher chance of childhood asthma. But overall, a March birthday puts you right at the turning point of the year: winter fading, light returning, and a biology that reflects the first benefits of spring. April. April hits a kind of just right window for development. Your mom finished pregnancy in mild weather, steady temperatures, and decent sunlight. Not freezing, not sweltering, which keeps late pregnancy stress low. When the environment is calmer, your physiology tends to be calmer too. Across multiple populations, April babies tend to have some of the most optimal birth weights, and their lungs tend to develop well. When vitamin D levels are decent and late pregnancy infections are lower, the data show lower rates of childhood wheeze and asthma in some groups. There's another advantage tied to this time of the year. Babies conceived in midsummer and born in early spring are more likely to grow taller as adults and hit puberty a bit later. Adults born in April also show higher stress resistance and are a bit more likely to finish higher levels of education, patterns which researchers link to more optimal development in the womb. The only real trade-off is being born right before peak pollen season means that once you're a toddler, you're more likely to struggle with seasonal allergies. Not because of pregnancy conditions, but because your first big exposure happens right in the middle of the allergen spike. Still, an April birthday means you got the closest thing Mother Nature offers to ideal conditions, even if your sinuses file a complaint later on.